So hello everybody. And today we are going to go through some amazing content to help you get a better cost and a better quality lead through your campaigns. Again, my name is Chris Johnstone. I'm the president of Connection Incorporated, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. So if I could get you to help me out and just type into the chat box and let me know that you can hear my voice and you can see my screen. Up there, you should see welcome, campaign optimization, how to get more leads for less cost. And let me know that you can hear me and that the audio is okay. And then we will get started right away. All right, so let's take a look here. Okay, perfect. Christine, John, awesome. That is fantastic. All right, great. You look wonderful. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. And right on. It's you and my wife are probably the only two people that think I look wonderful, but thank you for the lovely feedback. All right. So we've got about 25 minutes to a half an hour of the content, then answering all of your questions to help you get more successful with your campaign. So here we go. How to get more leads for less cost. When you're looking at your Facebook and Instagram advertising accounts, which all happen inside your Facebook Ads Manager, there are three main things that you need to look at. And these three things are going to be the thing that really kind of move the needle on whether or not you are hitting the campaign metrics that you really need. So the cost per lead is made up of two things: how your Facebook advertising campaign is performing based on these three metrics, which we're going to go through here in just a second, and then the opt-in rate on your lead generation page. So it's basically how much you're paying to drive the traffic and how well the website or the chat bot or the survey is converting that traffic into contact information, basically. So you've got two things that you can kind of tinker with in order to get a better result. You can get a better run campaign and cheaper traffic and higher quality traffic at the same time. And then you can get more of that traffic to opt in, which is going to get you a better response as far as the amount that you have to invest in the actual traffic. Now, the third thing that you can do to really move the needle is to get more of those leads to reach back out to you. And that's all done through the follow-up. So what are you sending out to the leads after they opt in? How quickly are you getting back to them? What does your actual follow-up sequence after the lead has been generated look like? So those are the three things that make up every single online marketing campaign that's out there, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, Snapchat, doesn't matter. You've got traffic, you have conversion, and you have follow-up. And it's just like three legs on a table, just like we talked about a couple of weeks ago. If any one leg on the table is broken, your overall campaign is going to suffer as a result of that. So what we're going to go through here is show you the three things that you need to be looking at when you are analyzing your campaigns to tell whether or not you need to be making adjustments in the campaign or whether you can scale. Now, there are three stages to campaign optimization, and they are stabilize, optimize, and expand. I'll say those again because we don't have a slide for this portion, but it is stabilize, optimize, and expand. And in the stabilization phase of running your campaign, these are the three metrics that you want to be focused on inside your Facebook campaign. Once you get your Facebook and Instagram ads to hitting these metrics, and they are there for a full 30 days, you have a stable campaign, right? Optimization then means tinkering with the lead generation page that's converting the leads and tinkering with the follow-up until you're hitting your key performance metrics on all three parts of your funnel. And then expansion is where you say, okay, I've been spending $1,000 a month in traffic. Now I'm going to take it to $2,000 a month in traffic, $3,000 a month in traffic, $4,000 a month in traffic. And that is the scaling part of really taking your campaign to the next level. But if you haven't gone through the stabilization phase and then the optimization phase, if you just put more money into a campaign, you're pouring gasoline into an engine that isn't firing on all cylinders, so you're just wasting budget. So we have to start at the stabilization phase, stabilize your campaigns, then I'm going to walk you through optimization and then expansion, okay? So these are the three things when you are inside your Facebook advertising account that you want to pay particular attention to. And it's important that when you're looking at these statistics, that you look at them and you have enough statistics through an actual campaign. So try not to make judgments. I mean, definitely don't make judgments on your campaigns in the first week. The algorithm is still working, it's still learning. Often that process takes 3 to 5 days just to get the first learning phase through. Once your campaign switches from learning to done, essentially, then you can take a look at these metrics and then adjust your campaign accordingly. So the three things that you want to look at, the first is your link click-through rate. And I'm going to show you a screenshot of inside Facebook so that you can see where you go on your dashboard to actually see this stuff. So the CTR is the link click-through rate. Facebook, in a very odd and confusing way, as they tend to do, they give us two CTRs inside your account. So CTR just stands for click-through rate. And you are looking for the link click-through rate, which means the actual amount of people that are clicking on the link that's in your advertisements. These are people that are either clicking the button or clicking the link that you have inside your copy to go to the actual next step, to go view your opt-in page or your survey or your chatbot, whatever it is. Now, the other metric that Facebook shows you is called CTR all. And what that takes into account is all of the clicks that are happening on your ads. And that includes likes, comments, shares, all of the other kind of like vanity metrics that Facebook puts out there on your campaign. So you want to be focused on actual people that are clicking your ad and going to your offer page. And that number needs to be above 1%. Now, for many of you that are new to internet marketing, you might think 1%, that is exceptionally low. When it comes to online marketing, that is actually a fantastic opt-in rate. Even though these people are very interested in many cases in what we have to offer, they are also busy and they are entertaining themselves on Facebook. Oftentimes an offer for a mortgage or a legal professional or an insurance professional or an investment advisor, those aren't really entertaining type offers. So 1% is fantastic, even with the best copywriting in the world will pull maybe 5, 6, 7%. So we are doing great at 1%. And this is a metric that we know from Facebook changes the performance of your campaign. So I'm going to show you an example here in just a second of the difference between like a 1.2 in your conversion rate as far as the CTR and a 1.75 in the click-through rate. And I think you're going to be absolutely shocked at the difference in what you pay for the traffic based on the click-through rate, and what a massive impact just a couple of semi percentage points, like they're not even full percentage points that we move the needle, makes a massive impact on your campaign. That's why our campaign managers work so hard on ad copy, images, and the whole funnel, because when you move the needle just a little bit on one of these things, it can make a massive difference. So your click-through rate on your link clicks should be above 1%. The frequency is just the number of times that the average user in that ad set is seeing the ad. You want this number to be less than okay? So if somebody sees your ad more than 6 times, banner blindness sets in, your click-through rate falls off, Facebook is going to charge you more for that traffic. The third thing is quality score. This is a very important metric to keep an eye on because this is essentially the feedback from the audience on your advertisements. You want this number to be greater than 6. When you start running campaigns on Facebook, it's normal for your quality score to be less than 6. It's going to take you time to figure out the copy and figure out the images that are there. But eventually you want to get that quality score to be greater than 6. Now, the quality score is made up of a number of different factors, and they never really fully publish what goes into it so that people can't game the system. But it's a measure of how well your ad copy and imaging resonates with the audience that you're targeting. So if you're targeting, let's say, an audience that's interested in insurance, but you're targeting them with a dog food ad, you're going to get a bad quality score because nobody's going to click on the ad because it's not relevant to the audience, right? So your quality score is made up of a score from 1 to 10, right? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. You want 6 or above. So when you get the right message to the right market, you will get people that are liking your ads, that are commenting on your ads, that are giving positive feedback to Facebook, and that increases your quality score. If you get people that are, I know this sounds weird, but like if you get people that are using the frowny face on your ads, or they're clicking the drop down in the top right hand corner and hiding your ads, they're saying this isn't relevant to me, or your click-through rate is less than 1%, your quality score will fall. So you've got to find this balance of writing ads that are social, helpful, and giving the right offer. You've got to make sure that your audience targeting is dialed in properly and that people have a good experience with your ad. You're not just hammering them with the opt-in message over time. You will also see your quality score drop if your frequency goes above 6 because people will say, I'm sick of seeing this ad, stop showing it to me, right? So CTR, frequency, and quality score are the things that you need to focus on. Now, once you've got that part, people are clicking on your ads, you've got your opt-in. The opt-in is very simply, I mean, Facebook calculates it for you when you have your conversion tracking codes all set up correctly. And this is just simply the number of people that are opting in divided by the number of clicks, right? So it, on average, and again, I'll show you some examples, we're aiming for like 30% plus on the clicks that land on the chatbot or the survey campaign to actually opt in. And then you actually have the conversion portion. So of all the leads that you're getting, this is the number of people that are actually replying back to you after they opt in. The other two things that you really want to keep track of on your monthly reporting with your team is the number of applications that you take from the people that are replying back to you, and then the number of deals that you are funding as a result of those applications. Once you have all of those metrics, that's going to allow you to calculate out your total return on investment from your advertising campaign. So now we're going to dive into the actual screenshots, and I'll show you what this looks like inside an actual campaign. But before I do, I just wanted to see if anybody has any questions. If you have any questions about what we've covered so far, just go ahead, type those into the Q&A panel, and we will get those answered for you. And I'll answer your questions as we go through, but I can also answer them at the end for you as well. So just give me 1 second here. So John is saying, where do we find the qualify column to add it? So the qualify column, you would have to manually track that because there's no way for Facebook to know what happens on the phone, like how many people you're actually qualifying. Okay, so sorry, it wasn't qualify, it was quality. Okay, so the quality score is done at the ad level. So right here on the screen, let me get rid of this Q&A panel. You can see that there's 3 levels to this. So we're going to do this. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if this works. So you've got, no, it does not. All right. There we go. So you've got 3 tabs up here across the top. You've got campaigns, ad sets, and ads. And you're going to get different metrics in each one. What you want to do is select the campaign that you're working on, select the ad set that you're working in, or you can select all of the ad sets by checking these check mark boxes that are down the left-hand side. And then when you go to the ads tab, you'll be able to see all of the ads inside all of the ad sets that you have selected. Your quality score is actually called your relevance score. I apologize if I mispronounce that. Sometimes I get messed up. Google calls it a quality score. Facebook calls it a relevance score. So it's the relevance score that you want to look for here. And this is an example of a campaign that is hitting all of the metrics and working very well. So what I want to do is I want to point your attention down here to the CTR, okay? So CTR, link click through. This is the first one that you want to take a look at. And you can get all of these metrics by, if you see this button up here that says columns, performance, and clicks, yours is going to be set to the default of columns default. And you want to change that to performance and clicks. So you just click on the button, click performance and clicks, and you're in. You'll have the frequency, which is right here beside the ad name. Then you'll have a relevancy score, which is right in the middle here beside where it says end. And then CTR, link click through, is over here on the right-hand side. So just very quickly, at the very bottom here, we have copy number 2, image number 2. And that's just how we track the different copywriting that we're doing. So we know that in this particular screenshot, you can see we're running 3 different types of copy, as well as 3 different images inside this campaign. We're constantly split testing to increase the click-through rate, increase the relevancy score, and get better leads through the system at lower cost. So look at this click-through rate on the one at the bottom. It's 0.50, so 0.5%, right? If you look at the cost per click, it's $4.08 per click. And that means every time somebody has clicked on that particular advertisement, we've spent $4.08. Now, there's not a whole lot of statistics going through there because we caught it very early and turned it off, right? Now, look at the difference between this one here, the top 2. So the next one up is 1.22%. So copy number 3, image number 1, the second ad down, if you go over to the right-hand side and look at CTR, link click through, it's 1.22%, which is great. That is fantastic. It's above 1%, definitely worth testing, scaling, adding more budget to it to see how it's going to perform. Our relevancy score is a 7. So we've got 1.22%, relevancy score of 7, which is 1 above 6, which is great. That's amazing. And our frequency is 1.22. So the average person inside this ad set has only seen this ad 1 time, and we are getting that traffic for a cost per click of $1, $1.01. So every time somebody clicks the ad in this campaign, we're spending or investing $1.01. And you can see we're getting leads inside this particular ad at $5.37. Well, if you take a look at the ad above it, the CTR, the link click through, is 1.85%. The relevancy score is 8, which is 1 higher than the 7. So we've got 1 more extra point on the relevancy score, and our frequency still less than 2. So we're doing great, but just 1 extra point on the relevancy score and a difference here of 0.6 on the actual click-through rate. So 0.6% on the difference, and look at the difference in the cost per click. It's 71 cents compared to $1 compared to $4. So we've bumped this up by not even a full 2 percentage points, and we've been able to cut our costs for the actual traffic dramatically by more than, well, if we're spending less than a quarter for the traffic, as far as like 25%, you can see this makes a massive difference. Going from a 0.5 on your click-through rate to 1.22 changes your cost per click from $1 to $4. So that's why this portion of ads management is so important, because everything that happens after this point is dramatically impacted by how much you're spending per click. So keep in mind, every marketplace is going to be a little bit different. So when you're targeting refinance traffic, or you're targeting VA traffic, or you're targeting those things, you're going to spend more per click because there's more people that are vetting for those audiences. There's more advertisers that are buying that traffic, right? But if you know that your CTR is above 1%, your relevancy score is greater than 6, and your frequency is less than 6, you know that you're buying the traffic at as good a cost as you possibly can get. Now, there is also what I would call like the holy grail, or the where we have seen a dramatic impact in managing our accounts at the 2.5% level. It's incredibly difficult to get to, but if you can get an ad inside an ad set that gets a CTR or a link click-through of greater than 2.5%, you will notice a dramatic drop in the cost per click. And again, you would see, like for this particular winning advertisement that we have inside this campaign, instead of paying 71 cents per click, we would be around the 14 or 15 cents per click rate if our CTR goes up to over 2.5. So there is, again, like a magic number of 2.5% that we've noticed inside Facebook. So as long as you're using that as a baseline for how your ads should be performing, that's what we're constantly striving for while we're switching out the copy, switching out the images, and testing different audiences that we're driving the traffic to. So that's how that works. Now, the metrics on the opt-in, this is our home buyer survey inside Survey Gizmo. We normally see like a 45 to 50% completion rate on these surveys. That's very high. We've been running surveys for a long time. We're very good at it in the agency. If you can get any type of opt-in mechanism to convert at greater than 30%, you are doing great. Totally fantastic to be running a funnel where 30% of the clicks turn into traffic. Now, keep in mind, your ad copy, if we go back to this one here, you can see that we had this third ad, copy 3, image number 3. The click-through rate on this one was 1.84%. The cost per click was 0.71 cents, but look at the per lead cost. It was $10.65, and our frequency was still 1.11. So this ad was performing really well, but the per lead cost was double what these other two ones were. What was the difference? Well, we read the copy in the advertisement was good and it was getting people to click, but when you saw the first page of the survey, the copy in the ad didn't resonate or have the same languaging on the lead generation page. So people were clicking on the ad and then seeing the offer and going, wait a minute, was that the same thing? So the actual copy that's in the advertisement can also dramatically affect the opt-in rate. So when you're looking at the metrics on opt-in, you've got to make sure that what you've got on these lead generation pages is actually resonating with the audience that's seeing it. And you have the opt-in page first, and then you write your advertising copy based on the offer that you have on your landing page. After that, you've got your traffic dialed in, you've got your opt-in mechanism dialed in, then comes the conversion. I think everyone knows, for our Canadian clients, we have an internal CRM. Okay, calling it a CRM is generous. We have a lead follow-up system that sends ringless voicemails, text messages, and emails to the leads that we generate to convert them. In the US, we are using a system called Agent Legend LO. That's agentlegendlo.com. And it sends ringless voicemails, text messages, and emails to all the leads once they come in. And you should, again, look for about a 30% conversion ratio of the leads that you get responding back to you. So you can see here on this screenshot, we've got Zillow leads that we're putting in here, listing leads that we're putting in here, leads directly from Facebook, getting anywhere from a 30% to sometimes a 50 or 60% response rate from the leads that we're putting in there. So if you can focus on those 3 pillars, optimizing your Facebook ads based on the click-through rate, based on the relevancy score, hold on, let me take it back and show it. Okay, so this one here, CTR, link click-through, you want to watch that one. Relevancy score, you want to watch that one right there. And then frequency, those are the ones that you want to watch right there. And if you've got those 3 dialed in, your traffic is going to be good. Then focus on the opt-in page, then focus on the follow-up system that you're sending to those people afterwards. That's where you're going to get your gains on the system. So remember, stabilize, optimize, then expand. Don't try and double and triple your budgets until you've got these metrics dialed in your account, and then go through the scaling process as that goes. Okay, so any other questions that anybody has based on today's content? While we're waiting for those to potentially come in, I did also want to give you this link here. So if you're part of the Inner Circle, and you're interested in getting information on the Done For You services, you can go to connectionincorporated.com/planning, get on the phone with one of our account representatives, and they'll kind of like walk you through a blueprint of what we do for our customers in the Done For You system. If you're interested in having us do all of this for you. If you're one of our members in the Mortgage Marketing Animals, this is a phenomenal opportunity for you. And we do have a big announcement coming up. And I think I'm okay to announce it here. We're a small group, and don't go blasting this on social media or anything like that. This is just for us here on the call, because you're all clients and customers in some way with us. We have a massive announcement that's coming out sometime in the next month. I've gotten together with Carl White and his team at the Mortgage Marketing Animals, and the entire team, Diane and Tammy and all the incredible people there, and all our incredible people here with Jiha and Marley. We've all gotten together and said, hey, we're doing the Connection Incorporated Inner Circle. We're doing the Mortgage Marketing Animals. We're producing all of this content, and it's all going to the same people, but they're logging into 2 different sets of calls, 2 different membership areas, and getting an incredible amount of value from 2 different sources. Why don't we take them and combine them together? And so after months of trying to figure out the best way to provide value and make it clear and concise and more valuable for you, we are going to be announcing the merger of the Connection Incorporated Inner Circle and the Mortgage Marketing Animals program. And everybody that is in the Inner Circle and everybody that is part of the Mortgage Marketing Animals is going to be getting both memberships in one subscription. So you're going to be able to subscribe to, and everybody here, your pricing stays the same. You're getting grandfathered into that program, which is going to have a price increase, but your pricing stays the same. And you're just going to get all of this valuable content inside one membership area, and more of a pathway to follow that combines offline marketing and online marketing to help you grow your business. So I'm just super thrilled to have you on there, and hope that you're really going to enjoy that. Miguel, thank you so much. Highly recommend the Done For You program. Thank you so much, Miguel. And that's so funny, because I was actually looking at your account yesterday while we were going through the campaign sessions with the account managers. So great to see everything working there. And thank you so much for the recommendation. If you would go on our Google page, just Google Connection Incorporated and leave us a nice review there, that would be amazing. And I know that you're asking your clients for Google ratings and reviews as well, so I wouldn't be a good example if I didn't do it as well. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Dennis, what is the form tool, and can we get a copy of your home buyer survey? So Dennis, the form tool that we use is surveygizmo.com, surveygizmo.com. And I believe that the base subscription to that service is around $300 a month. It's a little bit pricey, but we use it for the agency and all of our agency clients, so it makes a little bit more sense. for us. But there are lots of other tools out there like SurveyMonkey. What's the other one? I think it's JotForm, that also does the ability to like take people through that process. So you can check out those options. And yes, absolutely, you can get a copy of the Homebuyer Survey. That is actually going to be episode number 4 of the Inner Circle, where we're literally going to give you the campaign framework of how to create a survey that generates leads. But if you reach out inside the private Facebook group that we have for all of our Inner Circle members and just say, hey, I'm wondering if I can get a copy of that Homebuyer Survey, please do that, and we'll get access to that for you as well. Wajiha, if you could make sure that we note Dennis's question and that we get him taken care of as well. Can I get a copy of the follow-up framework for emails, text calls, scripts, etc.? Yes, so Robert, you can. Again, go into the private Facebook group that we have. It's called the Connection Inc. Digital Marketing Mastermind. We're going to be renaming that, by the way. We haven't done it yet because we were waiting until the official merger between the Mortgage Marketing Animals and the Inner Circle comes out. But we're going to rename it so that it's easier for you to get to. And yes, absolutely, we're happy to provide those scripts for you as part of your Inner Circle membership. So we will get you a copy of that. So Wajiha, if you could make sure that we take care of both Dennis and Robert, we are happy to do so. And again, thank you for being part of the membership. We love y'all, and we can't wait to see the results from what you're doing here. So and what you're building. That's perfect. And that is the end of our Q&A. So again, my name is Chris Johnstone. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. You're absolutely welcome. And make sure you tell your friends about the Inner Circle. We'd love to get this thing going. Obviously, we're going to do a big push around the merger, but anytime you can invite your insurance professional friends, your real estate friends, your friends that are in the legal industry, we're here to help them as well, because we know that helping them helps you. It's all about having you as the mortgage professional provide those value-added services to those people, and we're looking forward to seeing them in there as well. All right, so hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and we'll chat soon. If you need anything, just hit us up inside the private Facebook group, and we'll see you in there. Have a great day, everybody.